That's being inducted into the, I guess, the WE Announcers Hall of Fame?
No.
No.
It's called the WWE Hall of Fame.
Announcer versus announcer. Right here.
No, I tap out to the Mad Hatter anytime.
Well, thank you. Congratulations to you. You've been doing this since 1975.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what. By the way, my name's Howard Fink.
Howard, yes.
I got even.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I've been actually ring announcing. I started way back in 1975, and I started ring announcing in 1976, and here we are in 2009. There ain't no end in sight for me.
Did you think that you'd be doing it this long?
I don't really, to be honest with you, man, I don't really think about these things. I just go one day at a time. When it's time to pull the plug, I ain't going to do it.
So how did you follow? How did you become the announcer?
Thank you for the compliment. You know.
The announcer.
Wow.
The announcer.
Wow. This is why hip hop rules.
That's right.
Well, I've been hipping and hopping for a long time. I'll tell you. No, well, here's the deal. Reader's Digest version, way back in the early 70s, I worked as an usher in a arena up in Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut. That's no longer there. I was a big fan of wrestling, and back then there was no wrestling. There was wrestling, and then it died. It didn't come in. Back then, in those days, if you didn't have television to promote your product and you tried to run a live event, you couldn't do it. You would fall flat on your face. I used to badger the building manager of that arena. Bring it back, because TV was in the market from a distant location, but it hit. He, in turn, finally talked to Vince McMahon, said they finally agreed to bring the event back there, and he said, the building manager, I have a guy here that's an usher. He's nuts about you. He loves your product, and he's been really badgering me to bring you back. And Vince said, what's his name? Howard Finkel. And they said, yeah, he's a good guy. So he said, when we come back, I'll be there. I want to meet him. And that's what happened.
Wow.
The rest of it's been such a phenomenal ride for me.
We were talking about Howard's first match was Ivan Putski, the Polish Prince, right?
Polish Power.
Polish Power versus George the Animal Steel.
That was in 1976 in Worcester, Massachusetts.
How do you remember all that?
Well, you know, the thing it is, Matt Hatter, that people call me a human time capsule, walking encyclopedia. It's just, you have to have passion, you have to have enthusiasm, and you got to really love what you do, like I'm sure you guys do.
Absolutely.
And everything is very, very retentive. I've been blessed with that feeling, and you know. But that was just one match. In 1977, I made my first appearance in Madison Square Garden in New York. That's it. That's the Mecca. That's the big time. And I've done so much, and I can't really. Just tell you a funny story. Tomorrow night I'm being inducted in the Hall of Fame, which is just an honor. Thank you guys very much. This past Tuesday, I was down in South Texas, because I did ring announce last weekend down in Laredo and Hidalgo. So I took a few days off down there just to recharge and get away so I can be ready for this weekend. Tuesday I was in my hotel room, and I had to write a speech for the Hall of Fame. It took me 5 hours, literally 5 hours, to put things down. And boy, what kind of a roller coaster ride. How do you put 30 years of memories in business into a 5 minute, 6 minute, 7 minute speech?
You can't do it.
So I was getting emotional then. I'm cool now. Tomorrow night, I can't predict what's going to happen.
Well, I know you got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll find out what you're doing this weekend. Mr. Howard Finkel, big time ring announcer for the WWE.
The announcer.
Yes, the announcer. We'll talk to him more after a short break on 97.9 The Fox.
Hey, Mr.